Thank you.
Okay, thank you. All of the paintings are pastels, which is a dry medium. There are some sticks of it over here on the table, so please feel free to put your hands on it and then wipe your hands off later because it will definitely color them. This seascapes here, I had to offset it with one portrait because that's the other half of what I do. So she's just a special little portrait over there. I have been around water, I think, all of my life, from the days when somebody would say, get your swimsuit, we're going to the river. And we took a watermelon, do you remember? Any of y'all did that? And you put it in the river so it would be cool when you were ready to eat. And then days growing up in Dolphin Island, Mobile, beautiful, beautiful sand, until it was destroyed by hurricanes. And then we would have weekends at Gulf Shores or Pensacola Beach. And if you went a little bit further and got lucky and went a little bit further, you'd go over to Destin, Florida. And that's where the water turned these beautiful blues and turquoises. So that was my first introduction to that kind of coloring. But since then, a lot of snorkeling, scuba diving. My husband and I learned how to scuba dive. So we were able to go into a lot of different oceans and feel how the water moves. So when I decided to start with the seascapes, that's what I had to do. I had to learn how the water moves. What does it do? How can I paint it so that it looks real, so that you can feel it? That was the big challenge, and it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy. But it was a lot of fun.
Carolyn, I'd like to introduce Basha Habij. Did I get it right that time? Although.
Anyway, I hope you're enjoying the exhibition. I certainly had a great time putting it together with Carolyn. We had a lot of fun pairing the masks and the paintings. And in fact, she did mention the one portrait. Well, if you notice that one of my masks is in the portrait, and she brought her model with her to my home and picked the mask that she wanted to use. So that was a great deal of fun. The origins of my work are from the theater. I did study theater design and did practice informally costume design. And that's the origin of my passion for masks. And then the other portion of my work is in egg artistry. And you can see I really like working small. There's a lot of little things that I work with. You'll see a lot of toys in my masks. And this all started about 6 years ago when I started dismantling the remnants of my children's rooms. Of course, they're in their 30s now, and it was time to move. So I found all of these little things. And I said, I gotta do something with this. And you'll see the Barbie accessories, or you'll see tiny little deer over here. Anyway, I love to work with miniatures. And a lot of fun materials. So enjoy. Thank you so much.
Tell us about
about what was the challenging thing? I mean, did you find composition, the technique of capturing the waves or the color? I mean, what was the most challenging of it for you?
The most challenging was to show the movement of a wave on a flat piece of paper. It's the way I work in pastel, it's going from dark to light. So you have to imagine where the heaviest or densest part of the water is, and that will be the darkest part. And then, for instance, if it's one of the waves that's going way out, coming around and curling back up, then it's the gradation of color, and then getting that wonderful little frothy stuff at the top. That's the biggest challenge.
Yeah.
Pastels do have a white. Pastels do have a white.
Oh,
Well, it's not like watercolor where you have to not paint there.
Really interesting way, when you look at the waves that have the little speckles on the top of them, it's a really interesting way. I don't know how to describe it to you, so I'd have to demonstrate it. And I think I may be invited to do a workshop, so in that case, I'll be able to show it.
Because we were wondering, when you do the highlights, is it a soft pastel or a hard pastel?
It is soft pastel. Well, of course, soft pastel encompasses even the hard pastels, the square ones that are over here.
Okay.
Those are considered soft pastels, but I'm sure what you're asking is soft to the touch. And yes, the finishing parts of the paintings are done with the very softest pastels that I have. And in some of them, I have included iridescent and metallic colors in them. And I guess from the side, you'd be able to see some of those. On the little wall design over there, there's one of the paintings that is done with nothing but the metallic and pearlescent colors.